what's up guys, how's it going? Let's go over how to draw a T-Rex head, specifically like the ones in the nature specials that they have, those CG ones that I really like, actually. They're freaking awesome. That's actually kind of what got me back into, like watching nature specials would be those CG dinosaurs, which it's kind of gimmicky, but I think it's great. I think it's always good to learn about stuff. And that's all we can do, right? They're not real animals, so you need to do that. Alrighty. So, the way I think of the T-Rex, I kind of think of him like as a hamburger or something like that. He's got kind of a upper level to his kind of jaw, and then the lower level, especially if we're going to make his mouth a little bit open. Almost like a Pac-Man thing going on. And we're going to be doing this in 3/4 view as well. I know a big thing about the T-Rex is because we only have their bones. We're not really sure how colorful they were, or if they had big poofy cheeks or something of that manner, but this is just taking the best guesses that we can as to, like, things like Jurassic Park and, things like that. Those were basically very good guesses at how these animals lived. And you can kind of look at animals in the present to kind of identify the behavior. There's, just like in lizards, there's going to be kind of the front, I don't know what you call it, mandible, the jaw, the front has this kind of protrusion at the bottom, has this curvature that I notice people don't capture a lot. And when they first start drawing, and they kind of, there's a U shape, and it's kind of into the zygomatic arch over here, the zygomatic bone. Same thing, zygomatic bones are pretty much throughout the animal kingdom, including us, they're everywhere. Right here, I'm going to draw a circle. Hopefully you can see all this. I'm drawing with a pencil. And hopefully you can see all this pretty well on the screen right there. This is all, I'm drawing very light because I'm trying to just kind of go with it, not draw too dark, or else I won't be able to get it out if I make a mistake. I have a kneaded eraser. Thing's always great to have. It's the smooshy one. And I use my first example of me starting to think in 3 dimensions a little bit now, like me thinking about this thing in space. See, it's going to be, his mouth is going to be open, so I do this kind of shape here. I don't know how to describe that shape, but think of it as like a little, like I always think of it as like this head is a spaceship, and the little door at the bottom of the spaceship is opening up, where the aliens are going to crawl out of his tongue here. La 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 la. That's the way I kind of think of it. Should probably, whatever helps, me remember it, and that's pretty much what makes me remember it. Drawing his teeth there, and I'm only doing this very softly right now. I'm not really doing it, again, it's just putting in for a placement. I'm not actually putting these teeth in thinking to leave them there exactly that way, but they're just for placement. Going down here, the lower jaw. He's got this huge masseter muscle. I'm sure he bit like crazy hard. I know there's some evidence that they think that maybe T-Rex was a scavenger, although I'm not up to date with the recent dinosaur knowledge. If anybody knows that, please post anything about it. Love dinosaurs. I'm going to get more and more into it as it goes on. So I'm going to erase the front over here, or the original line I was going to put down. Remember the back of the skull over here, in case it's the brain, obviously. It's got that kind of vein I always see in Jurassic Park. So this is like the general shape, you know what I mean? The nostril's going to be toward the front. Kind of like the horse, they tend to, I've seen a lot of dinosaur designs, they connect kind of the brow, because he looks freaking evil. Because he was the badass of the jungle. Wow. What, was it a jungle? Yeah. He was the badass of the prehistoric age, right? I forget what period. Prehistoric. I don't know if it's prehistoric. Yeah, it's prehistoric, huh? Dinosaurs were alive way back. Sorry, I'm kind of just tired. I just got finished working out, so my blood isn't going to my brain right now. Alright. So we have this angle right off the bat. We have everything pretty much in place in terms of the structure of the head and where we're going to start moving. So now I'm going to get into, like, and you're going to know this if you know me pretty well from my other drawing videos, is we're going to go right into the eye first. And I think of the eye basically similar to a human eye. but it's a little bit, it's angling outward. Obviously, it's a different trajectory. It's gone to aiming toward the side of the head. I mean, you can do a couple of different things. I don't know if they ever had slit pupils on him. I doubt he had slit pupils, but like certain types of snakes. Why do I hate that? Let me see. He looks too surprised. Like, what? Like in a photo shoot. And I can't erase it, so it's staying there. It is staying there. Damn. Whatever. If I just blacken the whole eye, maybe we'll see. A little shadow over that. I don't want it to be so obvious. Right here, kind of bags under his eye here. Because of the, he's gonna have this because he's got, if you look at the bone structure, that he still has this eye socket. The eye socket's gonna cause this little hang here. It's kind of concave going on, so shit doesn't. Sorry, don't want to say bad words. So stuff doesn't fall in your eye. It's got this concave thing. I'm going to keep going further, and I want to straighten things out as I'm going along here. A lot is going to be putting in different shapes, different structures, because this thing goes on. I want to carry this on maybe with a shadow a little bit. I'm going to time-lapse a little bit, and I'll meet you guys at the end of it. I would like to kind of work my way through things and describe it a little bit after. So I'm going to go time-lapse. And now. All right, let's come back real quick. I'm not totally done with this yet, but I want you to notice that because the masseter muscle, and this goes for a lot of jaws and different animals, including mammals sometimes. There's this kind of shape going on right here. There's this swoop here, and there's this kind of another swoop right here to the mid jaw, and then it's kind of like this, almost it kind of caps off at the very end with the end of the lower jaw. But I just wanted to mention that, and let me time lapse one more time, and I'll tell you a little bit more. All right, we're back. And I pretty much just structured out everything I wanted to structure it even more. I wanted to straighten it out, darken a couple of lines, so I could see it better on the page. And now it'd go into a little bit more smaller. The way it is, I think big, right? I think big, broad outlines, big, broad shapes, and I get into smaller and smaller and smaller shapes as I, kind of go into it more. So now I'm thinking about kind of small muscles maybe around his eye over here. More stuff on this side, things of that sort. But like I said, I'm thinking very, very, I forget what this loose skin here is called between the jaws. You see that in a lot of reptiles. From here, where I would take it is I would take it and I would maybe throw some scales on it, throw some more shadow over. I'm not going to throw any scales on this guy. Like, it's not that long of a drawing. So I would just, again, kind of keep going, especially around the eye. The eye is something I'm just not happy with right now. So, yeah. Let's keep it going. Also, what do you guys want to see on this channel? I'd really like some requests again. I want to kick this channel off again. I know I say that every few months, and I'll do it for a while. But you know what? I really want to know what's up. What's up with you guys? So I'm gonna do one more time lapse and then give some parting words because I'm not really sure what to do. Really, it's gonna be very similar to other reptiles. I mean, the biggest difference with T-Rex is the kind of angry look. Gus has kind of a big neck. Dragon would have like a really thin, much thinner neck than that. I would think in almost every design I can think of. This shape really defines the T-Rex right here, kind of the shorter head, as opposed to, like, let's say a longer dragon type head. Well, obviously it has no horns and shit like that too. I guess I could turn this guy into a dragon if I wanted to. Well, yeah, I'm gonna do one more time lapse and I'll have some parting words. Alright guys, we're back. Let me see that. Cool. I want to make sure that thing was on because it's kind of turned off, on and off for a while, recording on my iPhone. So I think it's like a time limit on there because it's definitely turned off on me, and I've been pretty annoyed with it. So in closing, you can kind of keep going forever on this. You know what I mean? I go to little nicks and scratches. I get more on the tip of the pencil the further I draw into it. And the further you refine, you refine, you refine, you refine, you refine. You can go down and refine like crazy. You just keep going and going and going. It depends. Depends what you want to do. It depends on your decision making. This animal did exist, but I mean there is room for moving around because, like I said, we don't know the color. We don't know certain things about T-Rex. There are different ways to, I guess, design it because we only have the bone structure and musculature. I mean, I guess the musculature, they pretty much know a lot of that too. But loose skin, that could have feathers, right? I know they're saying now the dinosaurs had feathers, which would make them look much less cooler, which is really a shame. I hope they. Oh man, I hope they don't. I hope that. I really hope. I was gonna say, I hope they didn't have feathers, but yeah, if it is, it is. It is what it is. So, anyways, guys, I'll talk to you another time. Thanks, and make some requests, and I'll come back and draw them for you and go over how I would draw them. So, have a good time, guys, and please subscribe. Don't forget to like, and I'll see you next time.